Hey Brewfix friends, today, no heat, no brew. We'll fix a dead coffee machine. No heat can mean no coffee, no steam, and a sad morning. I'll walk you through the full detective work, safe checks, quick fixes, how to test heating parts with a multimeter, and when to call a pro. This is a hands-on repair you can do at home. Let's get into it. When machine powers on but won't heat, there are a few usual suspects: power or switch problems, a blown thermal fuse or thermostat safety cutout, a failed heating element or thermoblock, heavy lime scale causing overheating and tripping cutouts, faulty control electronics or relays. We'll check those from easiest to more advanced so you don't change parts you don't need to. Before we touch anything, unplug the machine and let it cool. Working on machines with water and mains power can be dangerous. If you don't feel comfortable with electrical components, stop and consult a repair shop. When you do open it up, wear safety glasses and keep a photo of wiring before you disconnect anything. That makes reassembly painless. Start with the obvious. Is the machine actually getting power? Check the outlet, extension lead, and the machine's power cord. Try another known good outlet. Does the power light come on? If not, check the rocker switch and any visible fuse or reset button. Some drip machines have a small fuse in the plug or a thermal switch in the base. For espresso machines, confirm the main switch and any eco/standby mode are set correctly. Modern machines can be in standby and not heat until awakened. If the machine has lights or a pump noise but no heating, move to the internal checks. Unplug and cooled? Great. Remove the case screws, usually on the back and bottom. Keep screws organized. Take photos of wiring and connector positions before disconnecting anything. I can't stress that enough. Look for obvious signs: burnt marks, melted plastic, corroded terminals, or a popped cartridge fuse. Look for burned or discolored wiring/PCB traces. Indicates electrical fault. Visible blown fuses. Mechanical cartridge fuses will often show a melted filament. Loose or corroded terminal connectors. Bad contact can be mistaken for no heat. Heavy lime scale around element or boiler. Scaling can insulate the element so it overheats or trips safety cutouts. If you find any burn electronics or smoke smell, stop and consider professional repair. Replaced PCBs are more complex. Now for the main test, the heating element. Always keep the machine unplugged when testing resistance. Locate the heater terminals. On drip machines, it's usually in the base tank. On espresso machines, it could be a boiler or a thermoblock. Steps: disconnect the heater leads or isolate them so you're measuring only the element. Set multimeter to continuity or low resistance. Place the probes across the two heater terminals. What you're looking for: continuity. If the meter reads OL, open, the element is broken. It needs replacement. If you read continuity, it doesn't guarantee it's working under load, but it's a good sign. If you have the spec sheet or service manual, compare the measured resistance to the manufacturer's value. If it's wildly off, open, or very high, replace the element. Thermal fuses and thermal cutouts are safety devices that open the circuit if things overheat. They're commonly found in the base or bolted to the boiler/thermoblock. A thermal fuse is usually a one-time device. If it's blown, it must be replaced with an identical part. Testing: with the machine unplugged, use the multimeter to check continuity across the fuse/thermal cutout. No continuity igual a blown. Replace with the exact spec. Never bypass it. If a thermal fuse blows repeatedly after replacement, you have an underlying cause: scale, failed thermostat, short, and should investigate further. Example: this drip machine powers on but never heats. I checked the outlet and lights, opened the base, and saw no visible damage. Multimeter across the heating element. Open circuit. That confirms a dead heating element. I removed the element, show screws/clips, swap the element for replacement, reassemble, and test. Heater now heats, and the machine boils water normally. Now the Espresso example. Machine powers on, pump runs, but no heating and no steam. Open the top and find a thermal block/boiler. First, test heating element for continuity. Okay. Next, test the temperature sensor/thermistor and the thermostat. If the heater has continuity, but the machine still won't heat, suspect one of a tripped thermal cutout, failed thermostat/thermistor, or the control board/relay not sending mains to the element. I find the thermal cutout has no continuity, it's blown. Replace with same spec, reassemble, power up, machine heats again. If the thermal cutout blows again immediately, do not keep replacing it. Find the root cause. Scale, shorted element, or stuck thermostat. Often the underlying reason a heater or cutout fails is lime scale. A heavily scaled boiler or thermoblock can cause hotspots, trip thermostats, and prematurely fail heating parts. If the machine is old or used with hard water, run a descaling cycle with a manufacturer-approved descaler. Descale before replacing parts unless the part clearly failed, open circuit. If the heater and safety devices test okay, the control board may be at fault, either the relay that switches mains power to the heater or the board's driver. Visual signs: burnt relay, corroded solder joints, or bulging capacitors. Replacing a relay or PCB is possible, but if you're not comfortable with mains level soldering or the board is potted, consider Pro. Also check connectors and wiring to the relay. Sometimes a loose wire is the culprit.